Hello, hello. Welcome to the vision board party. Let me go ahead and make sure that I can share this in a group. If not, actually, my team who's listening, I might need your help with this. If you know a way to share this into the Love Works Life Facebook group, that would be amazing. And hi to those of you on YouTube. So I'm filming on Facebook here, on YouTube here, so you're getting a little bit of a side view. I hope you like it. Ronak saying you just shared. Oh, thank you so much. If you shared it into the Love Works Life Facebook group, I want to make sure it's in there. So this is a vision board party. This is where I'm going to be sharing with you how to create a vision board that actually works. Oh, I found out how to share it in the Love Works Life group too. Let me just make sure I have all of this info in the Love Works Life group as well. So here's why I'm doing this video, this party. You know, I was just talking to a friend of mine the other day, and I was telling her that I was doing this vision board party. And here's what she said. She said, oh, I've made vision boards before and it didn't work for me. And I thought, like, this is the exact reason why I'm doing this party, because here's what happened to me. I made a vision board the very last day of 2014. I made a vision board with a friend of mine, and we did it just like this, you guys. So, well, it was over Skype, but literally I'm sitting here. I have my stuff. I do have my vision board stuff here. By the way, if you're trying to manifest love, Cosmo is a really great one for that. And hi, everyone who's on YouTube as well. So I'm sitting here with my friend, and we're talking, and we're making our vision board, and I'm really saying what I'm going to manifest in 2015. And I put on there lots of cool things. I have a video on my YouTube channel where I share like a picture. I show the actual vision board that I made for 2015. And we just released it again. So if you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Nicole More Love, you guys on YouTube are on there. You can see the vision board if you'd like. So I make the vision board, and on there is in the middle, marriage, an engagement ring, all of this stuff on there. I put like being a leader, my influence growing, and what happened? I actually manifested it. In 2015, I met my husband. You know, he wasn't my husband then, but I met the guy who's going to be my husband. We got married, and I saw that all the things on my vision board actually came true. Well, most of them came true. And I'm going to tell you why the things that didn't come true after, when I talk about the manifesting blocks. But the point is, I'm talking to my friend, and I'm telling her I'm doing this vision board party, and she's like, oh, well, I made vision boards before and they didn't work, like womp womp kind of energy. And that's how most women feel. And I thought, okay, why did I make my vision board and it actually came true? The reason is because the energy with which you make the board, the energy that you're holding, that's the determiner of your results. So it's not like I'm going to pick the perfect image from Cosmopolitan magazine, and then if I have, this is just like a whiteboard. If I have the perfect pictures, if I like create the physical board in the right way, then somehow magically my desires are going to manifest. It has to do with the energy with which you create the board. Now, most women, and maybe men too, who create vision boards, are not doing it in the right way. They're not doing it in the right way. What they're doing is a hope board, a wish board, a dream board. And there's nothing wrong with having a dream, but have you noticed how many people have dreams and they don't come true? So what we're going to create together, it's not a vision board in the traditional sense, because that does not work. What works is when you create a board that's a declaration of who you already know yourself to be. That's what works. So I want you to hear me on this. The right vision board isn't, I'm putting all these things on my board and I'm just like magically, I'm hoping that it magically comes true. And like, maybe it will and maybe it won't. And these things on my board, they feel so big and so far away. And like, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. That's the energy of your vision board not coming true. So we're not wishing, we're not hoping, we're not even wanting these things to come true. When you make a vision board, what you want it to be is a declaration of what you already know to be true. There's a very big difference between I want these things that I put on my vision board to happen and I know what is meant for me. I know what the truth is. I'm putting this on the board because it's a visual representation of my truth. That's what a vision board should be. You're not putting things on here hoping and wishing for it to come true. You're putting things on here knowing that that is what will come true. So when I made my vision board, I didn't look at it. I made it on New Year's Eve with my friend, but we did it together. That's the point of this party, because when you share your vision with others, when you create it with others, it amplifies the power of your vision. It increases the chances of it coming true. We made the vision board together, and I didn't look at it. I wasn't sitting there every day like, oh my God, please, 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 I hope this comes true. And maybe if I'm lucky, it'll come true. I wasn't doing that. I did it knowing and believing this is what was meant for me. Not just this is what was meant for me. I did it knowing and believing there is no other option but this coming true for me. So I'm sitting there in 2014. I have no husband. I have no, ring. I have no other things that happened that year that I manifested. I tripled my business income and exposure and growth. That was on the vision board, right? I found my husband, all of these things, even some places that I wanted to travel. I wasn't sitting there like, I wonder if it's going to happen or not. If you're wondering if it's going to happen or not, you're not manifesting it. If you're doubting if it's going to happen or not, you're not manifesting it. So when you make this board, if you're going to make it with me, if you're going to make it after, if you're going to do it on Pinterest, whatever you're going to do, before you put the things on the board, I want you to watch your energy. Are you wishing or are you knowing? Are you seeing if it happens? Or are you bringing it in? So I will share with you the physical of how I physically do my vision board, but the energy is the most important part. Oh, one more thing, you guys. If you like this training, share it on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever you're at, please share it, because I really do want more women to know and understand. If you're going to take the time to do a vision board, if you're going to take the time to manifest, do it the right way, because the danger is, it's like my friend. Oh, I've made vision boards every single year and it hasn't come true. What happens? If you keep trying to manifest and you're not doing it in the right way and it's not working, you're going to start to doubt your ability, right? You're going to start to feel like, oh, manifesting doesn't work for me. It's not true that manifesting doesn't work for you. What's true, though, is you might not be doing it in the right way to actually have it work for you. Another thing I want to say, you guys, is if you do have questions, you can type them. In YouTube, we have chats enabled. Gail saying, I posted my vision board on the Facebook group. Awesome. If you do have a vision board, go ahead and post it. If you're in the Love Works Life group, go ahead and post it in there, you guys, because I would, personally love to see as well. Oh my goodness, you guys. What I shared in the Facebook group has all these weird comments on top of it. If somebody's watching from my team and you actually see it, could you go ahead and, if you can, where you see the video, the live video, delete all the comments that are on top of it. It looks like it took what I had posted somewhere else and put it on top of there. Anyway, it's not going to affect the quality of what I'm sharing with you here. So I'm going to share with you what part of what I'm putting on my vision board. I want you to share in the comments. I'm trying to see if I can see the comments here, you guys. For some reason, it's not letting me see them. So I'm going to see if I can see them on my phone. What I want you to share is, what are your things that you want to manifest in 2019? I want to see that in the comments. I also want to see what are your questions about manifesting, so I can make sure that I answer them as I'm going along and making my board. So I'll be toggling between the YouTube and the Facebook group to make sure that I see your questions. So let me know, what are your questions about manifesting and what are you wanting to manifest in 2019? And if somebody from my team is listening, if you could see, if we could fix the comments on the top of the video in the Love Works Life Facebook group, that would be amazing, because I just want to make sure everyone can see it. Okay, guys, I can't see the comments for now on the live one on Nicole Moore, but go ahead and post them there if you're watching on the Nicole Moore page, or if you're on the Love Works Life Facebook group, go ahead and post them. So I want to share with you how, the physical. By the way, you guys, if you know me at all, you know that I'm all about the energy behind everything and not tactics, but I will show you actually practically, like physically, how I create my board. So when I create a board, what I do is I have different sections for the different things I'm trying to create, because I feel like some people I've seen, they do their vision board and it's just like a hodgepodge of all these different images and they're like pasted on top of each other. And to me, that's really confusing. It's unfocused and the intention isn't clear. So I like to think about the different areas of my life that I want to put a focus on. And then each area of my life gets a different section of the board. And I like this because while I said that I made my board and then I, basically didn't look at it at all, which is true. Here's the truth about manifesting. You could, just like I did, make the board and have everything on it come true. Every one of you has that power. We all have that power inside. I call it your magnetic manifesting power. It's that part within you that when you speak what you want out loud, when you say, in 2019, I'm tripling my business, I'm meeting my husband, I'm getting my dream body, I'm getting a book deal. When you say that, we all have the power to have those words magically come true. And all you have to do in truth is speak it out loud one time and it appears. That's what I did with my vision board. But the reason why it worked was because of the energy that I was holding in the first place. So when you're in the right energy, when you understand your manifesting power, when you're not full of doubt, as in, why hasn't it happened yet? I wonder if it's going to happen. Maybe it's not going to happen because of this and that, blah, 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 blah. When you're not in that energy, when you're in pure knowing, there is no other option but this happening. I'm going to talk about really the energy with which you create. But when you're in the right energy, that's when you say it one time, you make the vision board one time, and you don't have to do anything else. So I want you to hear me on this. It's not the physical making of a vision board that's making it come true. It's not the tactics. The making of the vision board works when you're doing it with the understanding that this is a declaration of what I've already got myself to know and believe is true. And it's just like an exercise, right? It's just, let me just put this out there in the physical because I know it's already true in the physical. Does that make sense? I'm still trying to find the comments to you guys, so I hope that it's making sense, and keep commenting because I will eventually find out how to read everyone's comments on here. I'm trying to find my own Facebook page. Oh, okay. I think I found it. And YouTube as well, I'm seeing somebody wants all 3 streams of income. I love that. I love women having multiple streams of income. I'd love to see your other, please view in the Facebook app. Cannot open. Okay, you guys, I literally have like 2 different computers and I'm trying to find the comments on my phone. Okay. Let me see. Still not happening. I can see myself here though. Okay. I see all these faces. I see sad faces and angry faces. Who's angry? What are you angry about, you guys? Oh, Reagan posted her vision board in there. I love it. I love it. I love it. You angry people can just go if you're mad at me. But the people who love me, you can stay. Okay, so we're going to make it. I'm going to post. Yeah. Oh, hold on. You guys see my teammates are listening. I can't find Sierra. I can't see the comments here. Like when I'm trying to find the comments, you can come on. You guys, this is Sierra. She works in my company. Some of you guys know her. When I go here to see the, I'm trying to see the comments that everybody posted. I can't see them. You see what I'm saying? Like in the live, which apparently is making some people angry.
So go to your videos.
Oh, wait, I found them. See, all that had to happen. Let me see. Wait. All that had to happen was somebody else had to come into the room. It's like I can see some comments, but I can't see all of the comments. You know what I mean? And I want to make sure I can see everyone's comments. Okay, hopefully it'll work. Okay, guys, so I don't know. I was saying to my team, I'm like, I don't know if I can actually talk and make it at the same time. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that I'm creating and how I do it. And again, this is why this is the energy. So for example, on this side of the page, like the right side, the middle is going to be like my family. So I'm not putting that in there yet because I have to have Mike print pictures. But in the middle of the board, I would put like that's, to me, the middle of the board is the most important thing that you're trying to manifest. So in my 2014 vision board that I was manifesting in 2015, that's where I had the marriage and the picture of the engagement ring and all of that. So the middle is kind of like the most important thing. And this is an important top point. If you want to maintain an area, if you want to make it better, you can also put it on your vision board, because remember, you're not saying with the vision board, I wish and hope for it to come true. You're saying, this is my declaration of what is already true and what I know I will see coming towards me in 2019. So I would put in the middle, and I will put in the middle, a picture of me and my husband, Mike, a picture of me and Mike and Luke, or my son, and I would just kind of put beautiful words around it just because I want to keep maintaining that energy. That's a big point about manifesting. People talk about manifesting, 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 but they're not thinking about maintaining. So now I put that in the middle, and then I might put on the right-hand side, because you know the right side is the masculine side, stuff for what I want to do in terms of growing LoveWorks as a company. So you'll see here, I'll show you some of my clippings. So first of all, who has Oprah on their vision board? I feel like she's the person who's on the most vision boards on the planet ever in all time. Now, here's the thing. Before I put Oprah on my vision board, what I would check in with is, and I'm going to tell you this as I'm cutting this picture out, what I would check in with is, so why would I put Oprah on my vision board? You guys might have a vision of being with Oprah too. I would put Oprah on my vision board if I wanted to maybe be on Super Soul Sunday, if I wanted to be in Oprah Magazine, if I wanted to be on the Oprah show, you know, and those are all goals that I have. There's a big difference between a goal that you have that you're placing as this thing that may or may not come true, and it feels very far away from you. And again, it's this energy of like, oh, maybe one day, if I wish upon a star, it'll come true, right? So what I would do is be very intentional about it, because it's kind of like, it's very disheartening. Like my friend who's like, oh, I made the vision boards and it didn't work out. It's disheartening to put things on a vision board and then you get to the end of the year and it hasn't come true. So I don't want you to do that to yourself. So the things that you're picking, be intentional about it. So I would look at this picture of Oprah and I would ask myself, why do I want this thing, right? So why would I want to be with Oprah? By the way, if anybody has a connection, go ahead and send me an email at Nicole@loveworksmethod.com, right? But I would think about why I want this thing. Okay, well, I would say, well, I want to be, if I'm on the Oprah show, that's a bigger reach, right? And that'd be like super cool. And what would it do for LoveWorks and all of that? And I would feel into, okay, but does that feel far away? Or does that feel like a desire that is close and true? Does it feel like maybe it'll happen someday and it's all the way out here, and if I'm lucky and other people get to have it and I don't get to have it? Or does it feel like I know my truth and I feel is to be on the Oprah show and I see myself giving that Super Soul Sunday talk, and it's so real to me in every fiber and cell of my being that it can't not happen? Those are the things, the second energy that you want to put on your vision board. And if you're not in that energy, that's okay. But then that's something that you know, I'm going to tell you right now, just putting it on your vision board and looking at it every day and like, oh, let me like hope for it is not going to make it happen. To make it happen, you have to become the person who thinks, of course, that would happen for me. So I would really check in with, do I feel like being on Super Soul Sunday or whatever is an of course? And if I check in, the honest truth, you guys, is I feel like it's, for me, I feel like that's something that's a given in the future. Is it going to happen? Do I feel, not that is it going to happen because I'm creating it. Do I currently feel my energetic vibration is aligned to, of course it's going to happen? No. So I could say, I'm not going to put it on the vision board now, but I'm going to hold it here and work my energy around getting myself to believe it could happen. And then I'll put it on the board. Or I could say no. Or I could say, what do I believe? I believe I could be in like, I could be quoted in Oprah magazine tomorrow. That I believe. I believe somebody could call me and be like, hey, Nicole, what are your thoughts on blah, 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 blah? And I feel like it would be super easy. Like, to me, that's an of course, right? So I could put it on there and I just know that's what I'm manifesting. But the point is here. Don't play this game with yourself that I'm just going to put all these things I dream of on a vision board and it's going to come true. It comes true because of who you're being. It comes true because of what you're believing. So I'm going to put this on my board, but that's like one that I have a little star with, you guys, where I'm saying, okay, what can I get myself to believe? And I would ask myself, what do I have to shift in my mindset if my true desire would be to be on Super Soul like Sunday, which it is. By the way, how do you know if a desire is meant for you or not? So this one's going to go on the board, you guys, but I want you to see my thought process around this, right? I'm not just doing this like la, 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 clipping pretty pictures. So there Oprah goes, you guys. And you guys can, which side is it? There goes Oprah. And you guys can all now envision me being on Super Soul Sunday if you'd like. And you can be like, I remember when Nicole was talking about that on her vision board party, right? But the point is be intentional about it. That's what a manifestor is. You're intentional about creating your reality. You're not looking at your reality and saying it's a wish, like maybe or maybe not. I want to see some questions as I pull some other quick clips. Jacqueline saying, question about the vision board directed towards next year or the general future. That's a great question. So what I would say is you can have an intention for the general future, but I would be focused on what do I want to create next year? What do I want to create now? And again, it's the way it's going to happen is if you feel this is a given. There's no other way that it's not going to go any other way than it happening, if that makes sense. I want to see if there's any other questions. I think that was the only question in the Love Works Life. Are there any questions in YouTube? Someone saying, love your videos. Awesome. Reagan saying, my sister manifested being a model on a billboard in Times Square. I love that. You know what, Reagan? I like Reagan. Why am I saying Reagan? Reagan, I literally, see, you're part of my manifestation right now. I literally, Reagan, why do I keep saying Reagan? Oh my God. Reagan, I literally was thinking today that I want to be on a billboard in Times Square because I saw, I don't know if you guys know Olivia Culpo. You guys probably do because she has like 3 million followers. She's a former Miss Universe or Miss whatever, one of those pageants. And she posted on her Instagram that she was in a campaign for Express and she was on a billboard in Times Square. And I remember thinking like, I want that. You know, when I was a kid, I always thought a super cool career would be to be like a model. But then I was like, oh no, like I don't look like a model. So I can't be a model. Like, you know what I mean? I am 5'9", but I don't have like the model build, right? But, or I should say what was the model build in the past. Now it's changing. But I was thinking today, I want to be on a billboard on Times Square. So here's a really big tip about manifesting. When I see Reagan posting, she's saying you will be, yes. When I see her posting, my sister was on a billboard in Times Square, and I just thought this morning, I want to be on a billboard on Times Square. What I say to myself is, that's evidence of the manifestation. It's already happening. It's closer than I think. And I build my belief that that is possible. Maybe I should find a picture of someone on a billboard on Times Square and put that in my vision board. So back to how do you know if a desire is meant for you or not? You know if a desire is meant for you when you think about it and you get that, yes, I want that too. Or yes, that would be so exciting. So when I saw Olivia Culpo on the Times Square billboard, I just had this feeling of like, oh my God, that would be so amazing. And for a moment, I had a vision because she posted this picture of herself standing in front of her billboard. And I had a vision of me standing in front of my own billboard. And when I thought about that, I was like, that's so cool. Now, I teach this in Get and Keep Your Man about how to tell if a desire is coming from like a place of truth or if it's coming from an ego fear place, because that's important too. It's important for the desires that you put on your vision board. So when I thought about that, being on a billboard in Times Square, it just felt like, wow, that would be an amazing experience. It felt like this clean energy, right? Now, that's, I would say, is coming from a love place. That's like my inner soul, spirit, whatever. Abraham Hicks calls it inner being, telling me, yeah, that's something that's meant for you. That's something that could totally happen for you. If you focus on it, if you believe in it, it's going to happen. But I don't want to be on a billboard in Times Square because like that I need that to validate me, or I don't feel good enough and I need it to happen. So that's also something you want to look at with the desires that you're going to place on your 2019 vision board. Are they a true desire? Meaning when you think about it, like everything in your being lights up and you get this full body yes, and there's just this knowing. There's just this knowing, right? I don't know what I would be on a billboard for in Times Square. I have no clue, but I just feel like, yeah, that's something that it's not just that it could happen. I have this feeling that like, yeah, that's something that would be meant for me, right? And if I look back at my past, I could see the little threads, right? Usually those big desires, the ones that you're going to put on the vision board, there's something that you've kind of always been wanting. There may be times when you've denied it, when you thought, like, why would it happen for me? It's not possible for me, but the thread is always there. So remember how I said when I was a kid, I always used to think like, oh my God, I'd love to like be a model, right? I just thought that that would be a cool thing. So the threads were there the whole time. Now, my ego can get involved with that particular desire or any desire and say, well, she's Miss Universe. You're certainly not, or whatever I don't know what she is. Miss Universe, Miss World, I don't know. You don't look like that. You can't be on a vision board. Why would that happen for you? And that would be the energy that would make it not happen. You see what I'm saying? Regan, I don't know why I keep calling you Regan Love. I know your name is Regan. Okay, I'm just not gonna say your name anymore because I don't know why I'm having this weird, brain fart. Oh, thank you, Francesca, for posting people's questions on here. Okay, asked on another stream. What about pictures of famous people? Not because you want to meet them, but necessarily, but the need of their pictures. Barack and Obama for successful Black couple. Yes. Or Layla Ali, pregnant people. Hard to find images of Black people in magazines that match what I want without them being celebrities. Yeah, so it's totally okay to put pictures of celebrities in there. I have somewhere here, I'm going to show you guys. I have J-Lo in here. I have Beyonce in here. When I wanted to manifest my business tripling, no, I didn't want to manifest my business tripling, actually. I just wanted to manifest it growing. What ended up happening was that it tripled, but what I wanted to manifest was it growing. And I put Lady Gaga on there because it's about what she represents. To me, I felt like that was like an original, you know, like for me, it was important. If I'm going to grow my business, I want it to be like original. I want to be true to me. I want to be like an influencer kind of energy. And so I put her on there. So you can absolutely, Ingrid, I would put Barack and Michelle and as many examples as you can find of healthy couples. Jeannie saying, is there a difference between either side of the board? You mentioned the middle meaning your main right masculine. No, there isn't. I'm an energy person, and in energy systems, people say your right side of your body is the masculine side and your left side of the body is your feminine side. So that's why I would do it that way. It doesn't matter, but I am a really big fan of putting it into different sections, not jumbling everything that you want all together. So when you look at it, if you are going to look at it, you don't really know. Like each section, to me, should have a very specific intention. Each section you should know, like, this is what I'm trying to manifest. I don't even want to say the words trying to manifest, you guys, because it's not actually trying to manifest. Manifesting is, there is a reality that isn't currently true right now that I know is my truth. And instead of placing it out there in the future or doubting its possibility or looking at it as something that may or may not happen, something that might happen down the road, something, all of that. Manifesting is going, that reality that I see, that I know to be true, that lights up my heart, that feels good when I think about it, that's my truth now. And then you look for the evidence. Like, it's such perfect synchronicity that this billboard thing is happening right now live because it's such an example. But the reason I can see, oh, wait a minute, Reagan is talking about a billboard. I was thinking about a billboard this morning. That's evidence of my desire manifesting, is because I've trained my mind to focus in that way. Does that make sense? Let me see if there's any questions on YouTube, guys. How do we shift energy to get to a particular place? That's a really great question. I'm gonna look here, you guys. I hope you guys on YouTube are liking this side view. So how do you shift your energy to get to that place? Okay. So like, I'll use the Oprah example. This is the only thing I have so far on my vision board, you guys, but oh, where is it? It's kind of hard to talk and do it at the same time. So the thing that you're putting on your vision board, let's say for most of you guys, it's going to be your dream man, right? What you want to think about again is, if that thing happened right now, do I feel like I would be ready? So I'll use the one that I put. So if like, actually I would say yes though. If somebody called me and said, hey, do you want to be on Super Soul Sunday? I would feel terrified because like, I don't know, I used to have like a huge fear of public speaking, and I would have panic attacks, and it was horrible. I would feel terrified, but a certain part of me would feel like, yeah, like I could do this. I could get myself there. And so what I would work with is the part of me that feels terrified. Why do I feel terrified? What are the thoughts? So the thoughts might be, what if you mess up? What if you're not good enough? What if, I don't know, you look fat on TV? You know what I mean? All of those thoughts, I would work with those thoughts until I got my mind and my heart wrapped around, I am totally worthy of this. So I do want to talk about the manifesting blocks, you guys, because I want to share with you the things that are going to stop your vision board from coming true. And when I talk about the manifesting blocks, that's going to show you how to shift your energy there, if that makes sense. So I'll answer your question more in a little bit. Olga's saying, is it okay to put all the things I want, or is it better to put fewer, more important things and make it more focused? That's a good idea. Well, again, I'm a big fan of the sections, right? So on my vision board, I'm going to have a section for love works, businessy, empire stuff. I'm going to have a section for body and health. I'm going to have a section for, my marriage and my family and growing that. I'm going to have a section that, Paris, because I want an apartment in Paris and travel and all of that. I'm going to have a section for luxury because I love luxury and I want to have more of that. So that's a lot of stuff. I mean, you can fit a lot of stuff on a vision board, but I would put it into sections. And what I would be really considering again is, if you're creating a 2019 vision board, what is your level of belief? I would put the things on there that you were declaring, this is absolutely, positively, 100% coming true. And if you didn't believe in it, that's okay. But I would look at getting yourself to believe. So here I have something else. I have glamour. So a lot of my things that I'm going to put on my businessy side are having to do with media and other things. I don't even have to question if I could be in Glamour magazine. I met with an editor at Glamour last year, and she totally loved me and wanted to feature me. And then she unfortunately got fired like the very next week. But I'm already like that. I know it can happen. So it's like, poof, just put it on there, right? Done and done and done. Okay. Let me just find my little notes that I made for you guys, and I want to make sure I get to all of these points. Okay, so I want to share with you, I already shared with you a true vision board. It's not aspirational, okay? It's a reflection of who you know yourself to be in truth. So you shouldn't be looking at your vision board going, oh my God, these dreams, they're so far away. They're so unreal. Maybe they're going to happen. I hope I get there one day. I want you to hear me on this. It's actually dangerous to do that. Like if you're making a vision board and your energy is, I hope I get there one day. These things feel so far away. Maybe it's going to happen. Maybe it's not going to happen. To me, that's dangerous because what you're reinforcing all the time over and over again is this desire is separate from me. When it's separate from you, how's it supposed to manifest? So that's a big secret of manifesting. I'm going to go very deep into this in my advanced manifesting course, which I'll talk about at some point during this event. But one of the things I'm going to be teaching in the advanced manifesting course is how do you get to the point where the desire is you? The desire is you, okay? That might be like a, what are you talking about, Nicole? But hear me on this. If you see a desire as separate from you, outside of you, far away from you, a question mark if it's going to happen or not created by you, created by something else outside of you or some, magical force in the universe that's sitting there deciding, are you worthy of this or not worthy of this, right? If you see your desires as that, they're not happening because what you're saying is the desire is not a part of me. And the desires manifest when they're, and of course, desires manifest when it's who you are. See what I'm saying? Desires manifest when, so if I were to get on a billboard, it's already happening, you guys. The manifestation is already happening. But if I were to get on a billboard, it would happen because I would have a self-belief that that's the kind of thing that happens to me, that that's the kind of person that I am. I am the most powerful words in manifesting. If it was maybe one day, but that people like her and it doesn't happen to people like me and, maybe I'd be lucky. Can you see it wouldn't happen? But how many of you are doing that with your desires? Especially, I know you guys are doing it with your man desires. How many of you have that energy? That's why I'm saying get your energy aligned first. Then focus on the manifesting because that's when it actually happens. Okay, so, there's a conversation happening about teeth and dentures. Maybe the manifestation of teeth is happening over here. Marnie's saying, what's the best way to raise my vibration after a painful hangover? Are you on, if you're not, I know you're watching on YouTube, but if you signed up for the vision board party, join the advanced manifesting course. That's the best way to raise your vibration because you'll be with me for 6 weeks straight. Haley's saying, do people use words or put them next to the image? Yeah, that's a great question, words or images. So I put a lot of words on my vision board. I have a ton of words. Like I'm cutting this thing out. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I found it. I thought it was cool. It says, make love great again. It's kind of like my whole mission in the world, right? So I saw that. Of course, I thought, oh, that's really great. That's going to go in, my love works section of my vision board. So I actually tend to have a lot of words on my vision board and not so many images, but I'm way more of a words person than I am a visual person. So I would say it depends on like what you feel you are as well. But it's great to have words on your vision board. Again, I think sectioning it out so you know what like the different areas of your life you're focusing on and what the different intentions are really great. So I'm putting this make love great again, you guys, over again in my work section. So I don't know if you can see it, but I do it like this. I don't like loop everything all over each other because I feel like, again, it's messy and then I can't understand it. But this is my work corner starting to happen. So again, I check in with my level of belief. So you can make a vision board and fully believe in it and never look at it again and it will come true. That's if you've already worked on your manifesting mindset. That's if you've already connected to the magnetic manifesting power within. That's if you're living as a woman who knows how powerful her word is, who knows the power she has inside, who knows she can speak and create. You can do that. If you're not there, it's not a problem. Then here's how I want you to use your vision board. I want you to use your vision board as a touch point. Okay, so instead of going, I'm gonna look at it every day and like, oh, maybe it'll come true. No, you're gonna look at it as a touch point and you're gonna say to yourself, am I aligned for this? Am I aligned for this? Do I feel worthy of this? Do I believe in this? Am I the woman who's currently embodying this? So your vision board becomes like that litmus test, that daily reminder for you to check in with where you're at internally. So that's what I would do. Princess is saying, I'm going to be in the manifesting class. Awesome. There is a top 20 bonus, you guys. I'll talk about the manifesting class in detail later, but I guess I should say, since the link is already out there, just to be fair, the advanced manifesting course called Magnetic Manifesting, it's happening, it's starting February 4th. Pre-work starts January 28th. In that course, it's a 6-week course. You're getting a video or audio training module every Monday. So you're getting new trainings every week for 6 weeks. On Wednesdays, you're getting an additional training. On Fridays, you're getting an additional training. So every week for 6 weeks, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm saturating you in that manifesting vibe, in the high vibe. I'm teaching you how to really manifest. In that course, I'm going really deep into the energy side of things in terms of how do you become this woman who believes in her manifestations. I hope you can feel the energy within me. When I say I could be on a billboard, I know that's possible for me. I was just thinking about how cool it would be today, and I really believe that that's something that's true for me. Can you feel the vibration of it? That's more true, you guys, than the Super Soul Sunday for me right now, for some reason, right? So compare to when I was talking about that. You can feel the energy. You can feel the energy. That's why when women come to me and they're like, I'm ready to meet my man. I'm like, okay, let's see if you're really ready energetically. So anyway, the manifesting course, I'm teaching you how to get your mindset aligned and believing, how to get your energy aligned, how to use the right words, how to use the right energy, some deeper manifestation tools so you know how to speak and create, how to create more money, how to create more love, how to create all of it. And really what I love about this course is I'm teaching you how to be the kind of woman where when you speak what you want out loud, it comes to you. That's a big key, because the truth is, you don't have to go and make your desires happen. You don't have to go and make your desires happen. That doesn't mean that there isn't sometimes action to take, but the majority of the things that I manifest in my life, I would say, I don't know, maybe 90%. Someone said I love her personality. Thank you. It's so nice to get good comments, you guys. Sorry, I got distracted. I love words of affirmation. That's my #1 love language. So if you want to send me compliments, feel free to. And if you want to send negative stuff, go away. But anyway, I'm getting off track now with the comment, but thank you for the comment. So basically, that's the course. If you want to learn how to manifest really amazing shit all the time, and not only that, it comes to you, that's the course. Now, the top 20 bonus that you need to know about. Only my Get and Keep Your Man clients know about this because it's kind of like a secret for Get and Keep Your Man, which is another longer program that I have. There's a certain ritual that I actually did to bring in my husband, Mike. I also did it to manifest a lover. And I literally did this ritual. And within 3 days, that person was introduced to me on Facebook by somebody that I didn't even know, messaged me, I think you should connect with this person, and then boom, it happened. So I teach this to all my clients, and then when they do it, they're like, oh, he's exactly what I wanted. So it's this special ritual I created. There is a specific tool that you use, and it's a way to kind of set the manifesting energy in motion. So you actually say to the universe, I'm ready for this to come now, and then it happens. So the first 20 people who join the manifesting course, they're going to get the video that explains that top secret manifesting ritual. So if you know you want it, I would go ahead and jump in the manifesting course now. You should have an email in your inbox with it. And if not, you can email love@loveworksmethod.com and they will send you the link. Okay, now I want to go to the manifesting blocks, you guys. I should probably cut up more stuff for my vision board too while I'm doing this with you. We'll see if I can talk and do it at the same time. So here, I'll show you. I would put this, I have a little thing that says, you know, Paris, because I'm obsessed with Paris. And we went to Paris. I'll put the YSL in there too. It's like a YSL ad. I'll put the YSL in there too, because why not have more YSL stuff in my life? I would love like a YSL wallet, actually. We went to Paris this year, and a really cool thing is I've always like really loved France. I seriously feel like I was French in a past life. I don't speak French fluently at all, but when I was like 23, I was studying French at the Alliance Française in New York. And every time I would speak French, I seriously felt like, oh my God, I feel like I was a French person in a past life. It's like this weird feeling that I get. I don't know how to explain it, but when I speak French, it feels like it's how it's meant to be. So I always loved, you know, Paris, and when I was single, I would envision myself living in Paris, and I thought like, oh, one day I want to live there. So we went in July, and I went with my husband Mike and my son Luke, and Mike had never been there. And literally the first day we're walking around, and he goes, oh my God, I want to live here. And I just was not shocked isn't the right word, but I just thought about like how cool it is when you actually manifest the right person in, when you're not just doing it by like, you know, default. When you're intentional about it, you really do bring in that person that's really right for you. So like, see, this is the Paris thing. So I would put it on over here. I'm going to do my little like life fun stuff. So then I would put it here. And again, you're checking in with, and why not some YSL too? You're checking in with, do I believe that this could happen? Now, I would have to get my mind wrapped around believing that we could like buy an apartment in Paris, which is my ultimate vision. But I could certainly believe that we would, you know, vacation in Paris or spend some time in Paris. So that's why I'm putting it on there. I don't have a block. So speaking of blocks, let's get to the manifesting blocks, okay? So remember, a true vision board, it's not an aspiration. It's a declaration and a physical reflection of what you already know to be true about who you are and what's meant for you and what you're deciding is going to come in. So why don't women manifest? Why do, by the way, this is Beyonce. And she's going on my vision board. She's going to go in my work section. Again, it's kind of like when I put Lady Gaga on there. To me, Beyonce, I mean, just all things fabulous. But I just love like that level of excellence that she brings. And people were saying that there was one of these concerts that she had, and she even changed her nail polish color in between sets, which is pretty badass, right? And so why I'm putting her on the board. So again, you can put things on the board that you would like to embody. It doesn't have to be like, oh, always, this is something I absolutely believe to be true about myself right now. What you want to be looking at is when you put it on there, don't just put it on there and expect it to happen. Your job after you put it on there, if you don't already believe that it's the truth for you, is to get yourself to the place where you actually embody it. So if I put Beyonce on there right now, I also kind of want to like love coach Beyonce and like get to the bottom of what's going on with her and Jay-Z. So maybe it's a double reason that I'm putting her on there. But what you want to think about is, if I'm not embodying this now, if I don't feel like this could happen today, what do I need to shift within my being to embody that? So what I would do for that Beyonce one is I would think about, well, what does she really represent to me? What's the quality? And how can I bring more of that into my being? So now I'm putting on, it's L, because I I've always wanted to be in Elle magazine. It's like my favorite magazine. So I'm putting it on there as well. So you think about how could I embody this? And the first step there is, how am I already embodying this? So that's a big tip, you guys. If you want to manifest something, again, it cannot feel like something that's super far away from you. If it feels like it's super far away from you, you're telling yourself, it's not going to happen to me. So I put Beyonce on the board, and to me that represents stepping into, in 2019, a higher level of excellence and just this beautiful execution, and everything is on point and everything is amazing. What I would think about is, how do I embody that? But the question would be, how am I already embodying that so that I already like feel like that's a real thing for me? So I would ask myself, how am I already embodying this quality of excellence? So if you put on, for example, on your vision board, your dream man, right? Like, I want to be married to my dream man. So something that I did when I put marriage on my vision board was I got myself to the place of thinking, I am already married. I am already a wife. Now, do lots of people get married before thinking that? Yeah. Is it the right person? Maybe, maybe not. But I didn't just say, I want to be married in 2015 or meet my husband in 2015. I wasn't trying to get married in 2015. I was trying to meet my husband. We got married in 2016. But what I recognized was I had to become the version of me that was a wife energetically in order to align to that. So before I met Mike, the feeling I had was, I'm a wife. It sounds weird, right? Because I wasn't, but that's the feeling. And I was looking at everything as evidence that that was already true, which is why when Reagan said my sister was on a billboard, I went, oh, that's my billboard desire manifesting already. So when I moved to San Diego, because I moved to San Diego on an intuitive feeling that my man was in California and I lived in New York City my whole life, I still do not have a driver's license to this day. And so it was kind of a big deal to move to San Diego because it's a very car-dependent place. I'm cutting out a picture of J-Lo now, by the way, just so you guys know. And she's going on there for a very similar reason to why Beyonce is going on there. But the real reason, one of the real reasons she's going on there is because I want to look as good as she does when I'm her age. And so I'm committed that I'm going to find her exact skincare secrets. So not just like someone's gonna tell me exactly what she's doing in her skin. Like somehow, some way, I am gonna get connected to her exact routine and I will know it all. And that's what I'm manifesting. And I think she also has a really cool platform and everything, but I'm very committed that I'm gonna figure it out so I can look as good as she does when I'm 50. So anyway, when I moved to San Diego, I got here and I go on Tinder and I'm trying to date, and 3 guys from, let me get a sip of water, you guys, before I tell the story. Some of you might have heard it. So 3 guys on the first day are like telling me, I want to marry you, or I love you, or I want you to have my baby. Now, for most women, that would have freaked them out. They would have been like, oh my God, wait, I moved to San Diego. Are the guys here super weird? Like, what's happening? What am I doing wrong? Am I attracting in the wrong man? All of that. And they would have freaked out. And again, that would have stopped their manifesting power because they wouldn't have been in the vibration of it already happening. They would be in the vibration of there's something wrong. I'm afraid it's not working, all of that. So I wasn't seeing it that way, but the reason I wasn't seeing it that way was because I was already in the vibration of it. That's a really big thing, you guys. So I'm going to say it again, or I'll say it in a little bit of a different way. The vibration that you're currently holding about a particular desire shows you where you're at with that particular desire. So we think how I see things, right? Something happens and how I see it is an indication of the truth of it. but that's not always the case. So because I was already locked in to this is happening, it is my truly married. Literally, I was already married. Because I was there, how I saw that situation was very different than how I would have seen it if I was not aligned. So how I saw 3 guys on the first date telling me that they either loved me, wanted to marry me, or wanted to have my baby, or wanted me to have their baby rather, wasn't, oh my God, what's wrong? The guys in San Diego are crap. I made a mistake moving here. It's never going to happen. There's something wrong with me. Why am I attracting this? It wasn't that because I was aligned. It was, what I said to myself was, wow, this is really evidence that I'm already on that vibration of marriage, because what they're picking up in me is that vibration. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't go, oh my God, these guys are psycho. I mean, I didn't keep dating them, but I didn't go, these guys are psycho. There's something wrong. All the guys online suck. I should close my Tinder app. You guys, some of you guys do that, right? Instead, I said, well, of course they're doing that, because I'm so in the vibration of the woman who's married and has her family that that's what they're picking up on in me. So it became a reflection of what I was committed to manifesting, if that makes sense. So here I'm still working on my love work section, you guys. I'm putting high profile because I always want to increase the visibility so we can reach more women. Okay, so why don't women manifest? I've kind of been talking about this whole time, but I'm going to talk you through the 4 points so you can understand what might be blocking you. So one reason why women don't manifest what they put on their vision board is focusing on why hasn't it happened yet? Why isn't it happening? And all of that. So that looks like, if we're talking about love, why haven't I found him yet? What's wrong? The timing. It's been so long since I've been single. There must be something wrong with me. Why is it happening for others and not for me? Blah, 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 blah. So using the past and using the present, that's not what you want, as a reason to say it's not possible for me. Now, it's particularly hard, I think, with dating to do that, because with dating, the potential of getting exposed to what you don't want is very, 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 very high. And I think that's why women have such a hard time believing in their love desires as opposed to other desires. So like if we take my billboard desire, I have a desire to be on a billboard because I think it'd be super cool, but I'm not confronted daily with experiences that remind me that I'm not on a billboard, right? Like it's not happening. But if you have a desire, so I could just enjoy it. Like I could just be like, that's so cool. I'm gonna be on a billboard. Like, it's fun. But when you have a love desire, especially if you're dating, what happens is if you go on a date and you're dating for outcome, not for growth, there's a video on dating for growth on my YouTube channel if you want to figure out what I'm talking about, right? So when you're dating and you say, I want to make the love of my life in 2019, and then you go on a date tomorrow and the guy is crappy, you appear to be confronted with what you don't want. And that's why women have such a hard time with dating and believing, because what they're seeing is what feels like a constant onslaught of what they don't want, whether it's bad dates or whether it's the absence of dates and men. That's the feeling, right? I'm constantly seeing what I don't want. So how the hell am I supposed to believe that this thing is possible? Because the love desire kind of requires you to go out there and actually take action to make it happen, if that makes sense. Whereas I could sit here all day long and I could just envision being on a billboard and it would no doubt happen for me, but I'm not confronted every day with what appears to be evidence of it not happening, if that makes sense. So this is why women sometimes have such a hard time believing in what they want in their love life. Now, the shift and the key around this is to start seeing everything that's happening as evidence. That's the whole reason why I created Dating for Growth, because Gail's saying if my man showed up, I would be ready. Sorry, you guys, I get distracted by the YouTube comments, but Gail is a client of mine. I'm so happy to hear that you feel like you would be ready. Yes. Oh, Princess is saying I had a paradigm shift in that moment. Amazing. That was the point of this training, you guys, to get you to think about manifesting differently and to show you, like, if you're going to take the time to do a vision board, you might as well make sure that you're doing it in a way that's actually going to help lead to a result, right? So anyway, what was I saying before I got off track with the YouTube comments? I wish there was somebody who could just like remind me of what I was saying in the moment that I get distracted by the YouTube comments. Mike says that I have ADD, you guys, and now I'm thinking it might be true. Jacqueline is saying about the ritual for manifesting him in. What module is it? That's a bonus, love. If it's not in the bonus section of the Get and Keep Your Man home study, it should be, but you can go ahead and email Sierra, SIERRA, at loveworksmethod.com, and she'll get you that. Everyone in Get and Keep Your Man already has access to that. Let me try and remember. Does anybody remember what I was just saying before I get distracted? Oh, Dating for Growth. Okay, thank you. So the way around that, it's the way for every single desire, but especially in your dating life, is you have to see everything that's happening as evidence that you're going to get what you want. Just like I said, oh my God, like Reagan said her sister was on a billboard. That means I'm going to be on a billboard because I was thinking about being on a billboard this morning. You see everything as evidence. Now, in dating, it's particularly important to get your mind to believe that the negatives that are happening right now are not negatives. They are evidence that you're moving forward. That's how you shift your mindset and make what you want happen in your love life. So I just wanted to presence that for you guys, because sometimes women think like, oh, I can manifest in different areas of my life, and I can't manifest in my love life. Why? And I think a big reason why is what I just said, that in your love life, you appear to be confronted pretty much on a 24/7 basis of why it's not happening, whether you see crappy guys online or you see no guys or blah, blah. And again, I'm saying you appear to be confronted for a very specific reason, because you're not actually confronted with evidence of why it's not happening, but the tendency of the mind is to see it that way. So here's another thing I'm placing on, you guys probably can't see that on my board. It's just a little Chanel necklace because, you know, I think it would be fun to have more Chanel, and that's probably going to happen. And I would probably put it like up here on the top left, because this is going to be my little like luxury desires kind of corner. So I have like life, travel, all of that. My home is going to go here, and then luxury is going to go here. And then we have the business side over here. Okay, so a big reason why women don't manifest is a tendency to negatively perceive their present to mean my desire's not happening, and to negatively perceive the past to mean my desire can't happen. And here's the thing you have to understand. The thing that you're manifesting is going to be something outside of your current reality. Hello, that's a manifestation, right? It's something outside of your current reality. If it would just be your reality. It wouldn't be a manifestation if it wasn't outside of your reality. Like being on a billboard is, I didn't mean to talk about the billboard this whole time, but you know, it just happened. Being on a billboard is not something that's happened to me in the past, right? So it would be silly for me to go, oh, I've never been on a billboard in the past. That must mean it can't happen. I've never been on a billboard before. I don't even know how to imagine it happening. I don't know anybody, that's been on a billboard. I can't imagine it happening. You'd be like, that's silly, Nicole. Of course you can believe that. But women do this with their love life all the time, where they're like, well, you know, it hasn't happened to me yet, so I don't believe that it can happen. Or, you know, my past, blah, blah, blah. XYZ happened in my past, so I don't believe it can happen. But you have to understand that the past, and even to a big degree the present, they have nothing whatsoever to do with your manifestation. Of course, you haven't seen it yet. It's something you're manifesting, but you have seen it in your vision. You have seen it, because for all the desires that we have, we create a mental picture of it. Like I was saying with the billboard, even if it was just for a second, I saw Olivia Culpo post her Instagram image, and I thought, wow, that would be super cool. And immediately, without me even trying to do it, my mind created a mental picture of me in front of my billboard, because the mind thinks in pictures, right? So when that's created, when the mental image is created, when you can see it as possible in your mind, it's already true. It's already true. So you can see what you want to happen as possible in your mind, even if it hasn't happened. And in fact, that's the way to make it happen, if that makes sense. So I'm going to show you another thing I'm posting. So in terms of images, so this is an image that I'm posting. I just feel like she's like, you know, I like that she's kicking her foot up into the air. So I'm going to have a section of my board that's all about like ease and play and like having fun, because that's an energy that I'm already committed to bringing into the new year. So that's another thing you can put on your vision board. The energy that you intend to live the year with. So I saw this image and I liked it because it's kind of just like, you know, to me it represents kicking your feet up in the air and like having some fun. So I would put that, I'm going to put that somewhere over here on the left side where it's representing just having a little bit of fun. If that makes sense? So that's one reason why women don't manifest, you guys. Let me see if I can, I just want to make sure I'm not missing the questions here. I see like 27 comments. Jeannie's saying, are these courses for men as well? So that's a good question. All my courses typically are for women. So right now, I would say a man can buy the advanced manifesting course, but he can't be in the Facebook group. It's not because I'm discriminating against men, but large majority of the women in my particular community have negative charge with men, and some of them have trauma with men. And so I just don't think it would be a smart idea to put like a bunch of men in my group. I mean, they would never be in like Get and Keep Your Man or anything, but the manifesting course, they could definitely buy. They just wouldn't be in the Facebook group. There is a Facebook group. I just wouldn't put men in the group because I don't want like all my ladies feeling unsafe, if that makes sense. Tammy, I don't know what your previous question was. I think you're asking about someone, but I can't see the previous comments. Let me see. I can only see like the most recent comments on there. Oh, Ingrid shared her. Oh, Reagan's in for the manifesting course. Love it. Ronak shared her board. Just trying to see if there's more comments or more questions. If you have questions on YouTube too, you guys, you can ask there. The only thing I can't see fully are the comments on my Nicole Moore page. So I hope that's working. Okay. Lorna's saying hi. Hi, Lorna. Okay, so Lorna's doing super good with her love life right now. Second reason. So first reason why women don't manifest, focusing on why it hasn't happened. Basically, using the past and the present as evidence for why it can't happen. You need to hear me on this, you guys. Manifestation is bringing a reality that hasn't happened yet, that you know is meant for you, into your present experience. But if you are sitting there going, it can't happen, I doubt it can happen because of my past, because of what's happening now, it would be like me saying in 2015, I can't meet my husband because the first 3 guys I went on a date with when I moved to California to meet my man were crazy, right? I mean, I don't think they're really crazy, but it is kind of crazy if you think about it, to tell someone that, you know, you want them to be your wife on the first date, or you want them to be the mother of your child on the first date, right? Can you imagine if I was using that as evidence, though, to build a story that it wouldn't happen for me? It wouldn't happen. So your desires are precious, but they're also your responsibility. They're your responsibility. This is why I'm so excited in the advanced manifesting course. There's going to be a whole module on really becoming the creator. Really, I'm going to show you how you can accept total responsibility for your love life. And not just that, you start to see exactly how you are the one molding the clay. You are the one doing the creating. You are the one making it happen. So I'll be talking about that in the advanced manifesting course. But if you're sitting there doubting your desires all day long, you know, why would you think they would happen? Like, it kind of doesn't make any sense, right? It kind of doesn't make any sense. Yet how many times are we doing this with our desires, where we're kind of expecting that there's some outside force that's going to give it to us if we're good enough, or if we're worthy, or if we prove we worked hard enough for it, but we're the ones holding it back with our own doubt and disbelief. So I'm going to share the second reason why women don't manifest in a moment. I'm just going to tell you another thing I'm putting on my board that I'm actively working on manifesting right now. So I just was, scrolling in a magazine, and it says, eat like you like it. And it was this whole article on intuitive eating. But why I'm putting this in here is because one of the things that I'm actively working on creating within my system right now, and I do believe that I can change my physical body and what it does based on my mindset, is I'm manifesting being the person that can, quote, eat whatever they want and not gain any weight. And when I say eat whatever I want, I don't mean like eating a bunch of crap. I don't like to eat unhealthy, but I do like, eating French fries and stuff like that. And so I've become very interested in making myself into that person via my mindset, where I really can be like that, eat whatever I want kind of person. And so I would put that on the board, but this would be an example of something where I would kind of check in with my mindset, not necessarily daily, but I would check in on the regular, because I have an affirmation, a manifestation that I create when I do my journaling, my manifesting, which is something that I'll teach in the manifesting course. But I write, I'm thin, fit, sexy, and healthy. So I've been manifesting that. When I envision that, I will now add this piece in there too, and I can eat whatever I want and, remain. I wouldn't say not gain a pound, because I don't want a negative. I would say remain thin. So that's going on the board over here. And I might put I might put a picture of something yummy and delicious just to spark that if I wanted. But reason number 2 why we don't manifest. Seeing the manifestation as separate from you. So I talked about this already, but seeing the manifestation as it's not here. And not only it's not here, it's not me. I know that sounds like, it might be like, what are you talking about? It's not me. How are desires me? But everything in the universe is just energy. Dollar bills are energy. The love of your life is energy. A certain body is energy. Being on a billboard is energy. Everything is energy. And when you look at a desire and you say, I don't have what it takes to make it happen. I don't have it yet. I'm lacking in that thing. It's far away from me. It may or may not happen. I'm not worthy of it. What you do is you say energetically, I am not. And I am are the most powerful manifesting words ever. I am. Joel Osteen said this, and I really like it. He said, whatever you put after the words I am is going to come running towards you. Whatever you put after the words I am is going to come towards you. So what you believe is you is what happens. So if you don't believe your desire is you, it's not going to happen. Does that make sense? some questions. The advanced manifesting course was included in the Get Keep Your Man. Jasmine, you get it because you joined when I had that special 48-hour window where if you join the Get Keep Your Man home study, you get the advanced manifesting. You were in that window, I know, so you get it. Miri says, is there a deeper discount? It is what's available now, love. The super early bird price. That is available for everyone who's already done Get and Keep Your Man. The Get and Keep Your Man alumni, they can get the program at the super early bird price up until the program, the cart closes, even if you buy after the window. You see what I'm saying? The super early bird price for the advanced manifesting course is only available until Monday. It's either Monday at 12 a.m. or 12 in the middle of the day. I can't remember when it expires, but either way, Monday, right? And but those who are Get and Keep Your Man alumni, that's just the price for you, and you could join like at any time up until the program starts. You don't have to join during the window, if that makes sense. Sarah saying, I would like a picture of you so I can add it to my vision board. There's plenty of pictures of me on the internet, so you could probably go to my Instagram or, you know, my YouTube. But I would say, again, it's the energy, right? So all that's happening, love, is that if I'm your goals, right, which thank you, but it just means that there's a certain energy that you want. So I would focus on that. Like, what do I think is the energy that Nicole's bringing? And then can I embody that for myself? And Tammy's saying, what are good ways to raise your energy? Do I have a YouTube video on this? If I don't, I should make one on this. So here's the thing with after a breakup. I mean, join the advanced manifesting course for sure, because that's 6 weeks in high vibe manifesting energy with me. But the first thing you should do after a breakup is actually feel the feelings. That's going to have it pass quicker. So I would, like when I was getting over my narcissistic ex, I played the song by Kelly Clarkson called Addicted. I played it over and over and over again, and I moved the emotions through my body until they released. So that's actually the first thing I would do. Then, and it doesn't have to take forever, by the way, then I would start to focus on my bigger vision. I would say, I didn't go through that breakup because I can't have love. I went through it because it's leading me towards love. So I would look at how is what happened in this relationship evidence that I will be with my dream man. And then that will have you automatically feel like I'm in the right place, because people go through a breakup and they make it mean they can't have the love that they want. And a breakup never means you can't have the love that you want. You can make it mean that, and then you can be the low vibration, but it means you're being aligned to get the love that you want. So you find the way it's helping you get what you want, and then you actually feel better. Jasmine says, I'm waiting to hear back from a job that I want. I'm one of 4 candidates. Tips to raise my energy. Yeah, so here's the thing. It's kind of like with love. You have to get in the space of, and this is with any manifestation, you can't attach to a particular thing. You can't attach to a particular relationship, job, blah, 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 blah. What you have to get is, why do I want that job? Why do I want that relationship? Whatever it is. And what's the feeling I believe I'd have if I had it? So think about the feeling, Jasmine, that you'd have if you had that job, but don't ascribe it to that job. Because the problem is, if you think about the feeling you have in that job and you feel like, oh my God, you know, I'd make the money I want, or my talents would be used in the right way, or whatever. You're thinking about it. But then if you think, oh, but this opportunity, I'm one of 4. What if I don't get it? You're actually introducing contraction. So you have to get yourself to the place where energetically you understand the reason you're even up for this kind of job in the first place is because this kind of job is already in your field. And whether it's this job or something else, you will feel how you believe you would feel if you had this job in the job, if that makes sense. Let me take a sip of water, you guys, because my throat is getting a little scratchy. Okay, we're not saying, if you look at my board, is it about the feelings I want to feel? I don't know, love, if your board is about the feelings you want to feel. I like it. It looks beautiful. There's tons of relationship on it, which I love. I see Paris on there. I love it. It's about how you feel about it, though, you know? Like the images, it's not like there's a right or wrong images. It's about how you feel. Okay, I don't see any other questions here. So, third reason why women don't manifest, not feeling in control. So feeling like it's up to fate, feeling like there's someone else determining if it's going to happen to you. Now, here's the thing. There's like different schools of thought on this, right? Because some people, it gives them a sense of peace to say like, it's up to God. It's up to the universe. I trust in the timing. For some people, that actually brings peace. But, excuse me, let me take some more water. But what I've noticed in love is that a lot of women use, oh, it might happen, it might not happen, or even it's up to God's timing. That really is like, it's not an excuse, but the energy is, I don't feel in control. And when you decide that your desire is up to anyone else but you, you feel out of control. You feel afraid. And when you feel out of control, and when you feel afraid, you contract. So it's kind of like I was telling Jasmine about her job. It would be easy to think, like, if I get this kind of job or not, it's not up to me. It's up to someone outside of me. It's up to the people deciding. And at a certain level, that's true, right? It is up to the people deciding whether she gets that job or not. But it's up to her to be the guardian, the protectress of her desire, and make sure she manifests what she wants, which is clearly an improved job situation, right? So women mess up their manifesting when they get into a position where someone else is the decider of if they're going to get it or not. The man, the dates, the men online, the city they live in, the blah, bitty, blah, blah, right? Their ex who did X, Y, Z to them. God, the universe, who's not giving them what they want. Anytime you're in that energy where someone else is doing the deciding for me, you get into the spin of despair, lack of control, fear, and it doesn't feel good. And it's really hard for desires to manifest when you don't feel good. So what you want to do is get to the place where you understand, I'm the protectress of my vision. I'm the one who's manifesting my vision. It doesn't mean you don't like call on universal support and you don't feel that the universe is supporting you, but it's more that when you decide you're creating something, the forces snap in to make it happen for you and to help. But it's not that the forces that be are like waiting to see if you're worthy, if that makes sense. So you're the one who's creating it. And when you get 100% in control of that, then you realize, oh, it's actually great that it's up to me because I can make it happen. And number 4 reason women don't manifest what they want, trying to control the how too much. So this is when, that's confusing, right? Because I'm like, you are in control, but don't be in control. You are in control of your desire. You are the protectress of your desire. If you know how to properly hold your vibe, use the right words, if you know how to do all of that, your desire will happen, okay? Your job isn't to go out there and try and make it come to you. Doesn't mean you don't take action, right? Your job is to get to the place where you see it and know it as truth. So your mindset is aligned. You feel worthy of it. You don't feel blocked. You don't feel like, it's not that you can't have any fear, but it's not this like paralyzing fear, right? Your job is to get yourself to the place where you know it as true, you see it as true, you believe it as true, you feel worthy of it, and you know it to be who you are, that who you are is the person who, of course, would have this result. That's all the work. It's not that you're not doing work. It's not that to help you make it happen, because you've gotten yourself to the place of power enough to unlock those forces. So it's kind of like all the energy in the universe is trying to help you make your desires manifest. But you have to be powerful enough to unlock that to happen. So like my man desire, I got myself aligned in my being. I'm married, all of that. And then the universe helped me out. One story I tell is, I was told by someone, you should say yes to every 36-year-old that asks you out. And so they told me that. So when I saw Mike on Tinder and he asked me out and I was really tired and I wanted to cancel the date that night, I said yes because he was 36. So I saw that as the universe was whispering to me through someone else's words, pay attention. Now that happened and I paid attention because I was already aligned. Does that make sense? Can you please repeat all 4 points? Yes. This is exactly how I rocked my job interview despite the tragic death of a family member. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, love, that a family member died. But I will repeat the points for you. So why don't women manifest? Number 1, focusing on why it hasn't happened yet and why it isn't happening now. So that basically means doubt. It basically means using the past and the present as a reason why it can't happen, instead of building your own belief that your desire can happen. Like, it's kind of logical, you guys, right? Like, oh, of course I should build my own belief that this thing that I'm saying I really want can happen. But so often we don't do it. So often we build the story of why it can't happen. So that's number 1. Number 2 is seeing the manifestation as separate from you. So instead of saying, I'm married, this is who I am, it is me, you say, maybe I'll never get married. Maybe it's going to take forever for me to be married. Maybe if I did get married, I'd be hurt and then I would be left, right? So seeing it as separate, seeing it as this is not me, I'm not worthy of it. It's so far away from me. It feels so much bigger than me. It feels like such a big leap. Like all of that crazy stuff that we do to make the desire something that's out there, not this is who I am. I am the woman who, of course, I would have this result in my life. Desires manifest when they're an of course. Number 3 is not being in control, in the sense that you feel like it's up to something outside of you. It's up to if men choose me or not. It's up to if there's good guys on the online dating apps or not. And this applies to everything, right? It's up to if the universe throws me a bone, right? It's up to, I can't have it because of the city I live in. I can't have it because of blah, blah, blah. So the tendency to make the result dependent on something outside of us instead of getting, you are the creator. You decide what happens. And then the 4th one is, on the flip side of that, trying to control too much. Trying out of fear, though. What we do is we say, I don't really believe it's going to happen, so I feel like I have to over control. I have to make it happen. I have to clutch. I have to grip. I have to take all of this outside action when really what you want to be doing is aligning yourself on the inside. When you do that, the desire comes to you. So that's the recap of why women don't manifest. I just want to say again, if you're going to make a vision board, if you're going to manifest, it's not, this is some huge dream that's outside of me that maybe it'll happen or not, and it's so much bigger than me, and oh my God, and I wish, and I wish, and I wish. No. The vision board is the declaration of what you already know to be true, that you're saying, this is who I am. Of course, I would have this result in my life. The vision board isn't some magical thing that just by cutting things out and putting them on a vision board, it's going to happen. The vision board should be the representation of what you already know to be true, because you've gotten yourself to the place where you believe you can have that thing, where you know it's true for you, where you see it as not separate from you, but who you are, that you are the woman who, of course, would have that result where you feel worthy of it, that's when the desire manifests. Yeah, she's saying it was, of course, I will get this job. I'm perfect and it'll work well. Yeah, desires manifest, you guys. It's true. I feel like I keep saying this. And the reason I say it a lot is because sometimes we have to hear things over and over and over again. And sometimes I do. And then it kind of clicks. And then you're like, oh, yeah, okay, I get that thing now. Let me see if there are any other questions. Oh, awesome. Loha signed up for the manifesting course. I love it. If you wanted to gain more influence, you'd picture Oprah. I don't know what that means, but yeah. Oh, Austin. Hi, Austin. Doing a vision board together. Oh, how often do you need to look at your vision board? So here's the thing, like I said, if you believe, like I didn't look at my 2015 vision board. I made it and I put it away. It was kind of like behind my desk because I so believed. If you don't believe, then you look at your vision board, but the way you use it is a litmus test. So you're looking at it and you're feeling, okay, am I aligned? So alignment is, I believe it's possible. I know it to be true for me, not someday, but now. I feel worthy of it. I believe I can have it. There's no block to it. So you look at your vision board and you ask yourself, if you don't feel like it's an of course, what needs to shift within me to make it an of course? So I want to see if there's any other questions, you guys. So type your questions if you have them. I think there's some more that I'm going to read through, but I do want to tell you again, I know people are already signing up for the manifesting course, which is amazing. I love it. And I cannot wait. I posted about this course like before I posted it like last month or something. I was so excited before we even had like anything created because I just was so excited about this course. So the advanced manifesting course, it's called Magnetic Manifesting. It's all about showing you how to be the woman whose word actually creates, how to be the woman. And I have so many manifestation stories, you guys. I'm going to be sharing them with you, especially as we're sharing about this course. But literally from things like saying, I just need $1 million more to buy my house. And then less than a week later, I am not kidding you, a check from a family member comes for $1 million. That was like a pretty cool one, you know. I just said the words to saying, my son will sleep through the night when he was 6 months old and he wasn't sleeping through the night. And I had it. And I said, this is not who I am. I'm a woman who sleeps through the night. My son will sleep through the night. And I just said it one time. And then literally the next day, we go to a coffee shop and this woman walks right up to us. And I'm not like a friendly person when I go outside, you guys. Like I'm introverted. Do not be confused by when I'm sharing on video and my energy. Like I love being in front of the camera, but in life, I'm like, I have a hat on. Please don't talk to me, strangers. Like I don't want that, you know? So it's not like I'm sitting there like, oh my God, like, hello. It's just she walks right up to us and like, she sees my son, Luke, and she's like, oh, you know, my son's this age. And I'm like, you know, she basically tells us about the sleep trainer that she has. And we get the sleep trainer and literally within a week, Luke is sleeping through the night. The solution came to me. I want you to hear me on this because I keep saying this, but it's almost like it's such a different kind of reality from what most people are living that it's hard to understand that you could actually be the kind of woman where you just say what you want out loud and the manifestation or the way to get it or the solution literally comes to you. That happens in my life literally all the time. I speak, it comes. I speak, like it's to the point where if I'm about to go like do something to try and get it, I stop myself and I'm like, wait a minute, Nicole, like that's not who you are. Hello, things come to you. And I don't even go and do it because I just know it's going to come to me, right? Like I didn't have to Google, oh, sleeping, what do I do to get my son and blah, 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 blah. the solution came to me, right? So I'm teaching that in this course. I'm super excited about it. There's 6 modules. So every week for 6 weeks, you're going to get a training module from me on Monday, and then we have additional trainings. Oh, there's also 3 live Q&A calls with me where you can get coaching, and those are recorded, and you can send your questions ahead of time. So you get a training on Monday. That's the deeper training. And then on Wednesday and Friday, you're getting additional stuff like meditations, journal prompts, additional audio. So the intention is you're continuously saturated in this high vibe manifesting energy, and the container is so strong that it makes manifesting what you want so much easier because you've said yes to being in that energy. So there will be a Facebook group for the women who want to meet other women and manifest, but all the trainings are going to be emailed to you, so you don't have to be in the Facebook group, and then they'll all be placed on a membership site. So when the course is over, you have lifetime access to all of the trainings. You can always go back and listen. So the Magnetic Manifesting course, it starts February 4th. There is a super, super early bird price happening right now. It's live until Monday, at some point on Monday. I don't know the exact time. Super amazing discount. We even did a 4-part payment plan, which like makes it so ridiculously inexpensive. And part of the reason I did that is because, you know, a lot of people in my community are like, you know, I want to do Get and Keep Your Man, or I want to do this or that, but, you know, I don't feel like I can afford it now. The manifesting course is very affordable. So the tools, the manifesting principles work for money, weight, love, whatever. You can pick what you want to apply it to, and then you can use it for whatever you want. So I say manifestation is like baking a cake, right? It's like once you know, you can apply it to all the other areas. But we feel that some areas are harder than others because of our internal blocks. So that's why I have the 3 Q&A calls in there, because if you have internal manifesting blocks, or you're like, I don't get this principle or whatever, you can ask me in the Q&A call. So I'm going to be talking about cellular reprogramming, like how do you actually get the cells in your body and your subconscious mind on board with your desire? How do you be the energy of your desire so it's not separate from you, it is who you are? How do you actually have a manifesting practice that you do daily that brings what you want to you? How do you believe? How do you feel worthy? All of that stuff, sex, magic, and manifesting, like some really cool things in terms of advanced manifesting. All of that will be in this course. The link is on this video. It's not in YouTube, you guys. I didn't put it on the YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube and you want the link for the course, type in the comment, I want the manifesting course, or email love@loveworksmethod.com and we'll send you the link, okay? I think that's all the info about the course. But again, if you have questions, send your question into love@loveworksmethod.com or type it here. Okay, let's see what other questions there are here. I love all my Get and Keep Your Man ladies. Gabby, Jenny, sending hugs. I love how you guys get so close in the program. Okay, so Perla saying, I want to manifest weight loss and financial stability. Yeah, so weight loss is something that I had to work on because I basically developed a stress-induced hormone cascade that made my body start gaining weight very rapidly, and basically pack on fat. And it was not the most fun thing in the world, you guys, because I was used to being like quite thin, you know? And I've been quite thin for a while. And then all of a sudden, my body started gaining weight. And I eat very, very healthy. Pretty much the only thing that you could say that's not healthy that I eat is I really love kettle potato chips. Or if I go out, I eat French fries. But I am a very healthy person. So I was eating healthy, was gaining weight, and it felt really out of control for a while. And it was basically a big learning opportunity because I made it be that. But long story short, I was trying all these things, and I was going to all these doctors and trying to figure it out and doing this and doing that. And finally, I got to the place where I said, I am healed. Remember, I keep saying, if you feel the desire is separate from you, you're never going to have it. So I had to, in my body that was not thin, not that you have to be thin to look good, you guys. I don't think you have to be thin to look good. I was just looking at this Instagram girl, and her name is Girl with Curves. And, you know, obviously she's curvy. And I was just thinking, like, she looks really great, you know? Anyway, I just don't want to promote the idea. I don't want to ever promote the idea that, like, you have to be thin to look good. I just feel like my body type, I'm tall, but I've always been like, I don't know, even like my feet are size like 11, but they're like skinny feet. I don't know how to explain it. Just feel like it's right for me. So I had to not look at my present reality, which was I've only worn leggings for the past 2 years. Will I ever wear jeans again? Right? And nothing fits, and people are coming up to me and asking me if I'm pregnant. That still happens, but you know what I mean? It was happening a lot. And get to the place where I saw, not just saw, but felt with every cell in my being, cellular reprogramming, which I'm going to teach in the manifesting course. I am healed. I am thin. And I locked in that reality. And there was no other truth. And it didn't matter what was happening in my body. And it didn't matter that I had gained a tremendous amount of weight in a very short time. And my body was being like storing fat, like it was its job. I locked in. Now, what do you think happened? It came to me. Now, I didn't just drop like 40 pounds overnight, but the solution for me walked up to me, literally. I was at a retreat, and one of my clients came up to me. If you're watching, thank you so much. You know who you are. And she said, I feel so compelled. I have to tell you this. And she told me about intermittent fasting. And it's not the solution for everyone. It's something I would have never thought of because I was always a person who's so hungry in the morning and blah, 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 blah. But it was like, you know how I say, when you decide, when you've locked in, when you're actually in the manifesting mode, universe starts working for you. So I locked it in, and she walked up to me and she told me about intermittent fasting. I started it the very next day, and it's the only thing that shifted my weight in over a year or more of trying. And once I stopped trying to make it happen, focusing on why it wasn't happening, worrying about it, doing all the things which I told you shouldn't do. Okay, you guys, the computer that's on YouTube is telling me low battery when it's about to die, and I don't have another charger in here. So you guys on YouTube might go bye-bye. If you do, I love you. Come on over to Facebook. I'll wrap this up very shortly. So the point is, the whole time I was trying to make it happen, I forgot who I was. I forgot I was Nicole Moore in this particular area with the weight gain. And I suffered. I honestly suffered because I forgot who I am. I forgot that I'm this amazing manifester. And I got a lesson in how to not manifest it, really, how to not do it. But once I locked in, literally, the solution walked up to me. And that shifted my weight like crazy. It's still happening. So, I hope that helps. Maybe try intermittent fasting. But the bottom line is, when you get in that energy, the solution comes up to you. It literally walks up to you. It happens. Okay, you guys, let me just look on YouTube really quickly. Gemma's saying, I'm finding it confusing to know exactly what I want, even though I can see it. You know what you want. I don't know why you're saying that, love. You have big visions. You know what you want. Maybe you doubt it can happen for you, but you know what you want. All right, guys, I don't see any other questions, but you can keep on posting your questions, you guys. If you have more questions, or if you're watching the replay, go ahead and post your questions. I can't promise we can get to every single one, but I will try. Either me or someone on my team will try and answer you guys. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here on this vision board party. I hope you had fun. I'll show you, it's not completed, but this is what I have so far on my vision board. So this section is obviously the most done with the love works stuff. But I hope you got value out of this training. I hope you go out and create an amazing vision board that's actually going to work for you. And I hope you join the Magnetic Manifesting course, because if you liked this training and the vibration that you feel and being in my energy, we're going to do that for 6 weeks. But I'm going to go so much deeper in teaching you how to be that. I'm so excited. How to be that woman who speaks out loud and creates, and it comes to you. And it's just so much more fun to live that way. Thanks for hanging out with me on the vision board party. And I'm sending you all lots and lots of love. Bye, ladies. Okay, ending here and here.